When Donald Trump mocked a young African leader on live television, the world expected silence. Instead, a calm voice from Burkina Faso fired back with just one sentence that shattered expectations and stunned the globe. What followed? Global backlash, historic applause in Congress, and a movement that redefined leadership across an entire continent. But what exactly did he say? And how did one man turn an insult into a revolution? Stay with us. This isn't just politics. It's the story of power, pride, and a president who changed the game forever. When U.S. President Donald Trump mocked Burkina Faso's young leader, Ibrahim, on global television, many expected instead responded with a single, devastating sentence. Ms. Trump is proud to have built a billion-dollar empire with $400 million from his father. I've built a nation from chaos and poverty. That remark, delivered calmly at a press conference in Ouagadougou, went viral, igniting a global conversation about dignity, leadership, and what true success looks like. Within hours, solidarity poured in from African president, the African Union, and world leaders, while global media hailed the poison principles. What began as an insult became a defining moment, not just for Burkina Faso, but for a continent long underestimated. The backlash against Trump was swift. His approval rating slipped, and even U.S. lawmakers distanced themselves from his remarks. Meanwhile, his standing sword, universities such as Harvard and Yale offered academic honors, while the streets of Burkina Faso erupted in spontaneous celebration. Investment interests spiked, tourism boomed, and African nations rallied around a leader who had spoken with courage and clarity. At the core of his message was a challenge to outdated power structures, that Africa did not need saviors, but partners who respected its sovereignty and progress. His historic speech to a joint session of the U.S. Congress, delivered at the peak of global attention, cemented his role as a statesman of the new era. Speaking not as a subordinate but as an equal, he emphasized that leadership is not about inherited wealth but about the impact left behind. His message resonated deeply. We do not need saviors. We need partners. The chamber erupted in applause, while Trump sat silently in the gallery, visibly. This moment marked a clear shift. The world was beginning to listen to voices it had long ignored. Back in Ouagadougou months later, his influence had only grown. His model of leadership, rooted in merit, dignity, and service, inspired a wave of young leaders across Africa. Major companies invested in Burkina Faso, citing stability and vision, became more than a president. He became a symbol of what leadership could look like when anchored in authenticity. When his daughter told him he was famous, he corrected her. I am not famous. I am useful. And that is better than being famous. That, perhaps, was his true legacy, turning a moment of insult into a movement of transformation.